My people, calm down and hear this one well, because tonight, the tension around Nnamdi Kanu just jumped to another level. As in, just a few hours before his crucial court hearing tomorrow, this man has made a bold international move that shocked many. Guess what? Nnamdi Kanu has written directly to US President Donald J. Trump. Yes, Trump himself, attaching 7 heavy documents he called Annexures. My people, this one no be small matter oh. If you're watching right now, I beg quickly tap that like button and subscribe, because what I'm about to break down for you is deep. You go understand everything in simple English, and by the end, you'll see why this letter might change the tone of tomorrow's court case entirely. So just imagine, tonight, lawyers from Kanu's team sent a formal 4-page letter dated today to President Trump through the US Embassy in Abuja. The letter didn't go empty-handed. Oh, it carried 7 attached documents, what they called Annexures, backing up serious allegations about what Kanu describes as the hidden suffering and targeted attacks against Judeo-Christian communities in the Southeast. The tone of that letter is not small. It reads like someone crying out for global attention, asking for the world to finally see what's going on behind closed doors in Nigeria. In that letter, Nnamdi Kanu didn't just complain. He laid out, point by point, the journey that brought him here. He told Trump how, since 2015, he's been leading what he calls a peaceful and non-violent civil rights movement, rooted in Judeo-Christian values. He said he has survived several assassination attempts, and then went on to recount how he was taken from Kenya in 2021 in what he called an extraordinary rendition. That's when someone is taken across borders without proper legal process. He reminded Trump that even the Kenyan High Court had ruled his abduction illegal and condemned it under both Kenyan and international law. Now, my people, listen to this part. This letter is not just emotional, it's also strategic. Kanu is not only trying to get Trump's attention, he's building an international record. You see, when you attach 7 annexures like that, it means you're backing your claims with documents, evidence, and reports. It's like saying, I'm not just talking, I have receipts. Those annexures reportedly contain proofs about human rights violations, court rulings, and international legal opinions on his case. And Kanu didn't forget to remind Trump about something major: the ruling from the Court of Appeal in Abuja on October 13th, 2022, which discharged and acquitted him of all charges. He called that ruling final and said that his continued detention since then is both illegal and unconstitutional. He's basically saying, look, even your own Nigerian court said I should be free, so why am I still here? Now, think about the timing. This letter comes less than 24 hours before his major court hearing tomorrow. That's no coincidence, my people. This is a calculated move. It's like he's telling the world, if anything happens tomorrow, I've already spoken. I've already told the biggest power players what's going on. You see, in politics and law, timing is everything. I beg, if you're still watching, make sure you like this video and hit that subscribe button, because this matters sweet and serious at the same time. You don't want to miss tomorrow's update. We go break, I'm down hot. Now back to the gist. In the letter, Kanu spoke from a deeply emotional place. He described himself as a practicing Jew who shares Judeo-Christian values with Trump. He even said he attended Trump's campaign event in Iowa back in 2020, trying to show personal connection and shared belief systems. You can tell the letter was crafted carefully to touch not just the political, but also the spiritual side of Trump and his audience. He referenced Trump's own 2025 statement, where Trump had said America was prepared to act if Nigeria failed to protect its Christian population. That line was powerful, and Kanu used it smartly. He said, "Mr. President, you've seen the truth. Christians in Nigeria face an existential threat." That's not small grammar, my people. It means he's calling it a life and death situation for millions in the Southeast. He also reminded Trump that what's happening in Nigeria is not just a northern crisis anymore, that it has metastasized, meaning it has spread to the Igbo heartland. And then he said something that shook people, that Judeo-Christians are being systematically exterminated under the guise of counterterrorism. My people, that line alone can shake international attention. It's emotional, it's political, and it's legal all at once. Now, this letter has already started causing reactions. Social media is on fire right now. Some people are saying Kanu is playing international politics smartly, trying to draw sympathy and pressure on Nigeria's government. Others believe this is a signal that he's preparing for the long game, that if the Nigerian courts won't free him, the global stage might be his next hope. But let's be honest, this move shows courage. Whether you agree with Kanu or not, you can't deny the boldness of writing to Donald Trump directly, and not through ordinary channels, but through the US Embassy in Abuja. That means this letter is official. It's documented. It has to be logged and sent to Washington. Now imagine tomorrow, as the court resumes hearing, this same letter will be trending across platforms. It could influence public opinion. It could even affect diplomatic conversations, because once America's attention gets drawn to a human rights issue like this, it becomes bigger than just one courtroom in Abuja. I beg, if you're enjoying this gist, drop a comment below. Tell me, do you think this letter will help Kanu's case or complicate it more? Let's talk about it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the best time. Because tomorrow, after the court session, I go bring Una the full breakdown of what happened, live and direct. Now, let's go deeper a bit. For those who may not fully understand why this case is so sensitive, let's rewind small. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, leader of IPOB, has been in the custody of the Department of State Services, DSS, for years now, since he was brought back from Konyo in 2021. The government accuses him of offenses related to secession and public disturbance, while his supporters insist he's a prisoner of conscience, someone fighting for self-determination. Over time, the courts have been going back and forth, rulings, appeals, adjournments. But one thing that remains constant is how divided public opinion is. Some people see him as a freedom fighter. Others see him as controversial. But whichever side you're on, this letter to Trump adds a new international layer to the story. It's like he's moving the battle beyond Nigerian borders into the court of global conscience. Now, one interesting thing. You know Kanu's lawyer, Barrister Aloy Ejimako. He's the one who signed and sent the letter officially. And if you know Ejimako, you'll know he doesn't do things halfway. When he sends a letter like that, it means something big is planned. The wording of the letter shows diplomacy, not aggression. It's polite, but firm. It's saying, we're not fighting, but we're calling for justice. And from what I've gathered, those annexures he attached, that's where the real power lies. They reportedly include legal documents, court rulings, petitions, and even references to international human rights laws. So this isn't just emotional talk. It's evidence-based appeal. Now think about Trump's influence. Love him or hate him, the man still has a massive global following and deep connections in international conservative circles. If Trump, or people close to him, decide to speak on Kanu's case, it could instantly bring more attention to Nigeria's human rights record. That alone might make some officials in Abuja uncomfortable. But it's also possible that some government supporters might dismiss it as political drama. They might say, why is Kanu writing Trump instead of focusing on his case here? Yet, in the world of advocacy, global voices matter. History shows that international pressure often changes things faster than internal protests. Now, my people, let's reason small. Why now? Why did Kanu choose to release this letter on the eve of his court hearing? Because he knows tomorrow's case is a turning point. If the judge decides to close his defense or foreclose the case, that could mean serious implications. So by dropping this letter now, he's adding external pressure. It's like saying, before you take that decision tomorrow, know that the world is watching. Abeg, if you dey reason am like me, drop your opinion below. Do you think this strategy go work? Should international leaders get involved or not? Let's guess in the comments. And remember, this is not just about politics. It's about perception, timing, and the power of global attention. If there's one thing Nnamdi Kanu understands well, it's how to make a statement that echoes far beyond the walls of any courtroom. So as we wait for tomorrow's hearing, one thing is sure. This letter has already changed the atmosphere. The tone is no longer just about court proceedings. It's now about international diplomacy, human rights, and justice. My people, this one a serious turning point, and tomorrow, all eyes go there on Abuja. So please, if you haven't yet liked this video, a big do now, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell. Because as soon as the court hearing finishes, I go bring una the full analysis. Word for word, reaction by reaction. Until then, let's watch how this unfolds. Because, my people, this letter no be ordinary paper. It's a signal, a strategy, and maybe, just maybe, the spark that could shift the whole conversation. So sit tight, stay informed, and remember, we go always bring you the real gist, calm, clear, and correct.